what we call recurrent expenditure.
However, President Ruto may also have contributed to his own headache if the amount he has borrowed so far is anything to go by. Despite pointing out the excessive borrowing in the previous Uhuru Kenyatta regime, which he served as deputy president, President William Ruto's Kenya Kwanza administration has so far, in just 15 months in office, borrowed more than 2.4 trillion shillings. This is higher than that borrowed by Kenyatta, who borrowed about 500 billion shillings in the same period.
Wengine wanajaribu kusema serikali yetu imekopa. Mimi nataka niwaambie, ile budget tulikuwa naye, kulikuwa na pesa ya kukopwa karibu shilingi bilioni 900. Wakati nimefika nikawaambia hatuwezi kukopa bilioni 900. Tupunguze bilioni 300, tuondoe, tukope hii bilioni 600 mwaka huu. Mwaka ujao tutapunguza, mwaka huo mwingine tutapunguza, mpaka tutafika mahali ambapo budget yetu itakuwa inaendeshwa kwa pesa ya ushuru wa Kenya, na tujiondoe kwa mambo ya mikopo ambayo ni mtego inaweza kuumiza taifa letu la Kenya.
8.7 to 11. That is what difference. 2.4 trillion. And in that period, I can tell you, we have also paid 2 trillion from tax revenue to debt. And it is still increasing. This year, the payments are estimated about 1.8 trillion, depending on now where the shilling and the dollar are. The following financial year, more. The next financial year, more. Those are payments. Why does this debt never come down?
Part of Kenya Kwanza's debt include the recent 150 billion shillings IMF loan that the Central Organization of Trade Unions, KOTU, has sounded an alarm over. Kenya's owings to IMF stood at 335 billion shillings as of June 2023, and the numbers keep rising, exacerbated by the Kenyan shilling's free fall.
When you depreciate a shilling, when a shilling goes down the way it is going, rates go up, everything is going to go up, rents are going to go up, petroleum products are going to go up, basic needs and basic requirements, basic food will go up, and the general public will stand up against the government, and it will cause havoc, chaos in the country and confusion in the country, and we will not have a government. So if they are indeed helping the Kwanza government of President Ruto, they must stop further depreciation to our shilling. And they must tell the World Bank and IMF that we had a test during structural adjustment programs.
And in a way, Kenya has done a full circle. In the 90s, we're exactly where we are today with the IMF and the World Bank. There was a feeling at that time in the 90s, towards the 2000s, that the Bretton Woods institutions dominated global finance. There was what you call a hegemony of the Western institutions. So when the China came up in the new century, the new millennium, a lot of African countries started facing east because it was cheap. The conditionalities tied to the debt were not significant.
A few days ago, the IMF told President Ruto to increase tax revenues by 806 billion shillings to meet the targets attached to the loan. And with the weakening of the shilling, it will be even harder to finance this loan. The free fall of over 26% of its value in the past few months has already forced the National Treasury to increase allocation for debt by 240 billion shillings.
But imagine, my friend Emmanuel, using the current budget, you need to check. We have a target of 3 trillion as revenue that we expect. And we have, in the supplementary, we revised the budget from 3.7 to about 3.9 because our debt servicing cost went up because of exchange rate weakening and the dollar.
Already the government has